ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. I'm Karen Maku.
And I'm Cody.
Yeah, he's getting used to saying that now.
Shush. Anyway, last episode, crap, what happened last episode? Right, we did
we proved Beppo was a lying slut.
Yeah, we got four of the six jury members to change their votes to innocent, so we balanced it out. We can go for round 2. The vampire broke a chalice, and Beppo's a lying whore.
Okay, anyway, we need to figure out which one sounds the most suspicious.
Right, we already covered this, too.
Paid 5 pence. Fiddled us on the fare he did. Until the bug-curling sight, it was all too much.
There's multiple things in this case that frustrate me that I can see, but they aren't bringing up.
You want to talk about it?
Okay, so for one, Fairplay and Lady said that they saw McGilded stab the guy.
Yes.
Then Beppo says he heard the scream and stopped, and when he looked, he saw the guy getting stabbed.
Well, obviously he's lying. You know that.
Yes, so, I'm sure Beppo is lying.
And obviously the court's not going to believe Beppo anymore now that he's, lied about how much money he took.
It just frustrates me that they're not covering that. Oh, wait, what did he say? Oh, right.
Hang on. You saw the defendant, Mr. McGilded, stabbing the victim, Mr. Mason, who was sitting next to him?
That's what I said, isn't it?
It was bothering me before this was. For just a brief moment, he hesitated before answering the question.
Also, Lady might be insane, so I don't trust him. Anyway, there was only the 2 of them inside the carriage, wasn't there? There's been much talk of a 5th passenger, but as of yet, 0 evidence. Then what are we wasting all this time for, eh? It's black and white. The man's guilty.
Something about Mr. Fairplay's testimony just jars with me.
Pulls out a mason jar.
Mason?
It's all connected.
I wish I could work out what it was.
Damn, if only you weren't stupid.
Yes, he stabbed. What do you mean you think, though?
Also, if, the reason I say Lady's insane is because he's a hatter. And they work with a lot of mercury, which causes insanity.
Yeah, they're historically known for going insane.
Yeah. I need to look up why mercury poisoning causes insanity, because that's very interesting.
Probably, I thought it was a lot of, because, they would accidentally consume it.
I know, but, why does what does the mercury do in your body that causes you to just lose your shit?
Okay. Earlier you testified that you saw the moment when the victim allegedly stabbed the victim, didn't you? Sorry, did I say that wrong?
Yeah, when the victim allegedly stabbed the victim.
Yeah. He stabbed himself. I'm trying to go for the self-inflicted route.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's right.
You said that the victim was on the floor and described the assailant holding the knife in an ice pick grip.
Kind of a weird way of describing it, but whatever. How are you so cold that your breath is fogging inside this courtroom full of fire? I suppose I might have, yes, put the cart before the horse, maybe. What's this? What's this? There's something in the air.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I'm quite sure about most of it. I was driving the horse when I heard a scream from the seats on the roof deck.
Oh, I expect that was me, sir.
I don't trust you.
Oh, you shouldn't.
Then when I turned around, yes, I saw it through the skylight. Wait, through the skylight? The gentleman on the floor, and a knife was sticking up out of his midriff. That's right, yes. And the fellow holding the handle was the famous man, yes.
So, in short...
You're lying.
You didn't see the moment when the victim was actually stabbed at all.
I really thought I did, but when I go over to get him in my head, no, I suppose I didn't actually see the precise moment of the stabbing, did I? Buddy.
Fair play, do you want to say something?
my dude. Buddy.
Do you want to say something?
I don't... This is, Listen.
No, break it in your mouth. Let's see what happens.
When you're in court, if he says something that, like, slightly puts you on the line, I need you to not freak out.
Yes, but, like, this doesn't put him on the line at all. He's just freaking out for some reason.
Buddy, is that cane good? It's made of black licorice.
Damn it, I wanted to make that joke. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Fairplay?
No. Now you listen to me. I know what you're thinking. You didn't really see the exact moment the fellow was stabbed. What are the chances of that? Eh?
Are you asking me or telling me? He's getting flustered. I might be able to extract some new information from him if I answer him cleverly.
Maybe.
Could he have just happened to see the exact moment of the crime was committed?
Some days are like that.
So
Sometimes wacky shit just happens, guy.
no chance.
Guy, can you imagine if if you're like playing poker and a dude's tell is that he eats his hat or some shit?
I mean, isn't that just someone in The Simpsons? Or no, it's Fairly Odd Parents.
Maybe? I don't know.
Hey, someone who says like, "I'll eat my hat," and then he just does, and then at some point in the series he says, "It's a good thing I invested in edible hats."
I have no idea, but also, no, a tell is like, in poker, it's how you can tell if somebody's like lying or whatever. It's like if somebody says that,
Imagine you have a really good set and then like everyone is doing their tell that like they're nervous, and then it's like someone's like flipping a knife, and someone is like drinking consistently, someone eats their hat, someone like pretends they're galloping on a horse.
and you just kind of gotta sit there and be like, I think I came to the wrong poker table.
What the hell's going on? That's very Ace Attorney, yeah.
Yeah.
No chance.
Vegas, am I right?
Well, it is a little hard to believe, certainly.
Well, it's a little hard to believe that a Japanese could be here in England without getting hit by a cane.
What? Boom. Unless you spend your time peeping through the skylight on top of an omnibus, that is.
Peeping? I'm a respectable Citibank, I'll have you know. And I know what I saw. I remember it clear as a blarent day. It was a grim scene, I don't mind telling you.
Hey, by the way, which seat were you in?
Oh yeah, that's another important factor, huh? Thank you, Mr. Fairplay. Oh, excuse me if I was getting a little hot under color there, under the column. Alright, fuck me, am I right? I would ask you to supplement your testimony with a clear statement about exactly what you saw.
Ooh, we're getting new testimony.
Oh, I can do that, alright. I'll tell you just how grim it was. Morning bullshit!
It was a cool autumn day.
Do you think I'd forget the sight of those blood-soaked hands after that butcher stabbed the man? Wait, do we present the gloves?
Do we?
I don't...
Sorry, I'm thinking about it, because it's like, I wonder if, like, do I present something or do I press it again?
Lady, for the love of God, can you get a fitting hat? I swear that is pissing me off.
The fact that he's, like, doing it, like, over and over again.
Yeah, because clearly that hat is not fitting, dude.
No, he made it himself.
Well, he did a bad job.
Let's just press it. There's no
Fucking
problem
Franken
with...
hat bullshit.
There's no problem with pressing it.
Oh, we don't lose anything if we press?
No, unless they specifically say that you'll lose health, you don't lose health for pressing.
God, they added so much bullshit into this game.
Blood-soaked?
Well, perhaps soaked is laying it on a little thick, but...
Like blood?
But anyway, there was definitely blood all over him. Both of them were covered in it.
Oh, do you want to add that to your testimony so I can throw gloves at you?
You just throw the blood-soaked gloves at his face.
Yeah, they don't know about bloodborne diseases yet.
Yeah, they do.
Shut up, they don't know that.
They don't know that they know. Shut up, nerd.
And you...
You okay?
No, I'm not. And you saw that from the roof through the skylight?
Well, the skylight's reasonably large, so I had a pretty good view.
Yes, but which seat were you in?
There was a lamp inside the carriage as well, so I'm quite sure what I saw.
Spanker's latest statement. Bank statement.
It's all connected. He's racist.
I feel sure the there's something not quite right about it. When you feel something doesn't add up, Mr. Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo, please don't forget how to play the game. Don't worry, I will be the fucking
That's what you should
tutorial.
have a good look through the court record.
I will act as your tutorial every 5 goddamn minutes.
Not long ago, okay, I don't care. Somehow we managed to keep... Can't wait till the cross-examination. I need to use it to find new facts. If you're not careful when you press these witnesses...
When you priest these weeniesies.
The danger of the jury will end up being...
Maybe, but I can't let the fear of of that happening... Okay.
I don't care. This is just end of cross-examination talk. Something they do every single time you reach the end of the cross-examination.
I guess so, but it's game.
Don't... And it's like normally when you do this, they give you like a hint of what you need to be looking for. They're talking about reactions.
Oh, you mean like eating your fucking cane?
What if he'd swallowed the whole thing and pulled up another one?
I have multiple questions. Yeah. So...
Sorry, I swallowed spit, and now it's just I'm going to be dealing with that for the next hour.
Yeah, don't worry about it, man. Yeah, this is awesome. ASMR.
Sorry. So anyway, I got to talk about...
Gamer GF gives you COVID.
Shut the fuck up. Now our video will be suppressed because you said that.
Gamer GF gives you the cold.
Anyway, let's see. Blood-soaked, present the gloves.
Damn, it's crazy. If only we had gloves that proved his hands weren't soaked in blood.
The music stopped, so that was right. Shut up. Bluggity
boogity boogity.
Blood-soaked hands.
Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Sorry, English is my second language.
Well, I admit that soaked may be laying it on a bit thick, but... But anyway, there was definitely blood all over them. Both of them were covered in it. Well, gotcha now, you fucking moron.
Well, I'm
bitch.
very sorry to disagree, Mr. Fairplay, but that's more than a little peculiar.
Your cane versus my sword. Which wins?
Here are the gloves worn by the defendant, Mr. McGilded, on the night in question.
Oh, yes, right. Fuck.
And there certainly does appear to be a sizable dark-colored stain there, but, as I'm sure you can clearly see...
You're a dipshit.
It's only on the right-hand glove.
Buddy, are you fucking kidding me? Dude. Are you kidding me? Are you actually serial right now?
In short, Mr. Fairplay...
You're actually a beaver!
Your testimony is inconsistent.
Can his breakdown just be him dissolving into a pile of beavers? But no, that can't be right.
So you're the liar here.
Draw and quarter him! Bring out the guillotine! That's right, you were quite clear about it. You said... it was both hands!
Man, he's really loving that cane.
Yeah, no, man, it's made of really, really old licorice.
Mr. Fairplay, if your last statement was a lie, it calls your entire testimony into question. You say you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, but is that really the truth?
Objection! It was a simple mistake. You can't justify accusing this man of lying.
I actually can, though.
Oh god, man, it really sucks when somebody does your game against you, huh? Fucking vampire-ass motherfucker. Yes, it wasn't both hands, it was only one. But the fact remains. I have a werewolf to go fuck after this. For some depressed bitch with big-ass teeth. The victim's blood is on the accused.
To make some Bella bitch jealous.
She got big-ass teeth.
Yeah.
Like...
Mr. Fairplay categorically...
Sorry.
Mr. Fairplay categorically stated that he saw blood all over both hands. Which means there's a strong possibility that this witness was deliberately trying to mislead the court.
Grrr. British noises. Why Why,
T.
I'm a city banker, for pity's sake. My word should be the gold standard. I'm a gentleman, not some gutter snipe. Upstanding members of society don't prevaricate. Prevaricate. Probably. I don't know. I've never seen that word before. Throws the script out the window.
He's claiming he has no reason to lie. I can't wait to throw this book at him.
Ah, damn, that'd be crazy, wouldn't it?
But is that really the case? Mr. Naruhodo,
Tutorial!
if we had some evidence to explain why Mr. Fairplay might be lying, it could turn the tide in this trial completely.
Damn, if only I did. Thank you, Train. Now is the perfect time.
Oh man, if
I have evidence.
they have evidence.
Burn.
I'm so glad that this courtroom is right next to the train.
We built it in a very inopportune spot.
We were hoping that if we built it next to a train, it was less likely to catch fire. My lord.
Definitely building it out of marble has nothing to do with that. Yes, counsel?
The defense is ready. The defense is ready to present evidence. Man, the judge is tired.
Shut up. By Jove, are you sure?
Yes. Evidence that would clearly demonstrate why Mr. Fairplay has had a reason to lie in his testimony.
Yeah. You better watch out, or I'll play Monopoly with you.
I'll win.
Oh, fuck. Very well. I hereby call on the defense to present its evidence. The evidence that demonstrates a motive for the witness's alleged deception of the court. Oh, crap. What's this name here? Bruce Fairplay? What? That's crazy.
That's another Bruce Fairplay, and then like another man that looks exactly like Bruce Fairplay walks out of the jury.
My clone.
There he is.
Arrest him! And then he like runs out of the courtroom.
He walks through a wall, and they're like,
Questions.
This is a list of debtors who owe money to Mr. McGilded.
Yes, a list of innocent victims crippled by the accused's extortion.
We're not talking about that right now.
Yeah, we're not. That's slander. Slander.
The point is, among the names of these debtors is your name.
Also, so many people on the jury are biased that it's ridiculous.
Mr. Bruce Fairplay.
Ugh. What? Mr. Fairplay, are you currently indebted financially to the accused? No, well, it's barely worth being called a debt. He just starts deep-throating the cane. Watch what I can do. Find me innocent and you won't believe what I can do for you.
That's gay. Guilty.
We're in 1870-something. That's still a crime.
Was it a crime to be gay?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, dude. No, never mind. That's too dark, but...
Yeah, don't bring it up if it's dark, Cody. It's a lighthearted channel.
But yeah, no, he's...
According to this ledger, you owe 20 guinea pigs to... not an inconsiderable sum of money, would you say?
I know nothing about that. And then, like, under his hat, you hear, like, a guinea pig squeak.
Multiple guinea pigs run out from under his clothes out of the courtroom.
They take his cane.
Take his wallet.
Well, what of it?
But let's suppose Mr. McGilded were to be found guilty of murder. What would become of your debt in that case?
He just, like, reaches in through the skylight and, like, throws the knife into the guy's chest. These documents state that the loan agreement is forged between two individual parties. Therefore, were the creditor, the defendant here, to be sentenced to a capital punishment, all outstanding debts which were owed to him would be annulled. They would cease to exist.
Yeah, especially since they just said that he would be killed if he was found guilty.
Well, yeah, man. There's no other crime in this universe except murder.
Cease to exist?
And then every time there's a crime that doesn't involve murder, it always turns into murder at the end.
Mr. Fairplay. Is it not the case that you claimed in your testimony to have seen something you never in fact saw?
It's crazy how this world has any sort of maintainable, like, population.
In a devious attempt to annul your debt of 20 guinea pigs to the defendant.
Yeah.
He doesn't get a breakdown.
Order! 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 Mr. Bruce Fairplay. Yes, my lord. Again, what? Let me ask you again.
If you're not convinced, let me demonstrate again.
I can make it come out the other end, I swear. And be aware that your answer may have most serious implications upon your future, sir. Did you or did you not see the precise moment in time at which the defendant is alleged to have thrust a knife into the victim? I'll show you thrusting. This joystick controls the mech outside.
Your silence speaks volumes. You did not tell the truth in your testimony.
You're a lying bitch. Alright, let's not make a melodrama out of this. Perhaps I did overstate the truth pinch. I like how no other part of his body is moving.
A pinch.
But it makes no difference. I definitely remember seeing blood on McGillard's hands. Both of them.
Except that couldn't have happened. We have the fucking gloves to show. What if we turn it around and there's blood on the other glove? And yet, only one of the defendant's gloves, which we have here in evidence, is stained.
So you keep saying.
I can keep saying because it's true.
Provably. Man, lady is not doing good. Oh my god, what are you lying about, you shithead?
I think he's thinking. I wonder if I might be allowed to speak, sir.
Get a better fitting hat and then you can speak.
Cody, you're not the judge, unfortunately.
Go ahead, Mr. First.
Well, the thing is, I think I remember seeing it myself. As it happens.
I hate you.
Seeing what? The blood, sir. On the assailant's hands. I think, yes. I'm almost sure it was on both of his hands, not just one.
What?
What?
Well, damn, it's crazy how we have so much evidence against it, and also Lady sucks, so he's lying. It would appear that we're going to need further testimony from all you witnesses.
Well, so far, Lady has been the only fucking truthful person in the goddamn courtroom.
Yeah, but his hat sucks.
The only thing he's lying about is being a fucking hatter.
I doubt you're a hatter, good person.
You're
sir.
sane, your hat doesn't fit, you're not a hatter.
Yeah, look at you. This time I would like to know precisely what you did and what you did not see. Do I make myself perfectly clear?
Do Beppo and Fairplay need to be here? They're obviously liars. Let just Lady speak.
Well, Lady might be a liar. Look at him.
We have yet to prove that he's a liar, and thus he still has the right to speak.
Nobody with a hat that fits that poorly is not a liar.
Mr. Nutrush, get that man out of the courtroom. He's gonna keep distracting everyone. Okay.
Hitting him up with the Glock 9000.
Mr. Naruhodo. This is good news. The course of this trial seems to be shifting slightly at last.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you read it.
I might finally have a chance to turn things around here. Cool.
Yeah, hi.
The fucking 8th testimony. What the witness really saw. There was blood on the hands of the assailant. I sincerely and distinctly remember it. However, I suppose you might say that I didn't see the exact moment the stabbing transpired, if that matters.
Oh, okay, bye.
I'm just getting a sip.
I remember seeing the knife, and I remember seeing both of the attacker's hands with blood on them.
Oh, I didn't actually see anything myself. No, not until I heard that scream. Anyway, the fact remains, there can't have been anyone else inside that carriage, or we all would have seen. I don't think it's Bruce. I don't think Bruce is the murderer.
Oh, wow, you're changing your opinion?
I mean, he seems too obvious. Well, lo and behold. In truth of fact, not one of you was witness to the crucial moment the crime was perpetrated. The crime.
The crime.
I apologize, my lord, but honestly, there was no one else inside that carriage, and the man's hands were covered in blood. That much incriminating evidence is tantamount to saying we saw that man do it.
That's really not what testimony is about.
Let us examine the interior of the omnibus once more. Oh, is this where you have to use the thing?
Oh.
The victim's blood is clearly visible on the seat, corroborating with the witness's accounts.
Turns out this isn't Mason's seat. This is someone else's spot.
A fair lady entered the bus, and, well, she was in the hysteria, if you know what I mean.
Fuck, you read this, right?
The Lord's curse, yeah. The Lord's punishment beset her, if you catch my drift. In other words, there is no substantial nor significant change in the facts of the case. Starts snoring. Very well. Your cross-examination, please, counsel.
Yes, my lord.
Shit.
What?
Nothing. I'm just trying to figure out, like, what here we have to, like, throw what against.
Blood on both hands of the assailant. He remembers that. However, I suppose you might say I didn't see the exact moment of the stabbing.
Lady says he saw the knife and both of the hands with blood on them. Beppo didn't actually see anything
Not
until he heard the scream.
Wait, hang on. He's,
Wait. Do we throw the carriage against this because it has the secret thing? The secret compartment?
Maybe?
Can we present, or are we just going to press this?
I'm gonna press it, just to see.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain doesn't want to read.
Okay,
And-
I'm trying to think.
And everything you saw of the incident was through the skylight of the roof of the omnibus.
That's right. It was fiercely cold that night, but the glass wasn't frosted over.
Oh yes, I remember I was shivering. It was so bitter.
Which rather begs the question of why the pair of you were sitting on the roof deck in the first place. Well, I don't know about this young fellow, but I couldn't enter the cabin.
Oh? Why not?
It was locked from the inside. I tried knocking, but no one opened the door.
It was locked?
That's right, and it's a public bus service for pity's sake. That's not what I call fair play.
Yes, I had the exact same experience. I tried knocking, but the gents inside just gestured at me to clear off. So I had no choice but to climb up on the roof deck and look down longingly into the warm cabin below.
Well, I can assure you I wasn't just looking down. I was glaring, long and hard. And that's precisely why I can tell you with absolute confidence that if there was anyone else in that cabin, I would have noticed. Unequivocally, I would say. Unequivocal, I would say.
I'm not sure about these two witnesses. Could they have really seen everything inside the cabin through the skylight?
They might not have been able to.
They might not have been able to. Allow me to confirm one thing, Mr. Fairplay.
Because, like, the glass wasn't frosted over, which is kind of odd.
You were riding this omnibus and witnessed the events in the cabin through the skylight and the floor of the upper deck. Is that right?
So they both would have had to been sitting in the back. That's right, yes.
In that case, there's a portion of the cabin's interior that would have been out of sight from you.
Yep. What?
By golly, really? Obviously, at this stage, we can't say for sure. But this possibility cannot be denied. That at the time of the incident, there could have been another passenger in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus.
Objection.
What?
Enough hypothetical meandering, my Nipponese friend. The prosecution demands that you substantiate your claims. After all, the scene of the crime is here, in the flesh.
Okay, let me get in it.
Let me crawl up in there. Very well, I will uphold the prosecution's demand. I mean, we were going to do it anyway, regardless. You will identify the area on this cross-sectional exam of the omnibus.
Okay, so based off of what we were told before, they said that they saw both the defendant and the victim sitting side by side.
We don't have to walk through this. We know the portion of the bus that they can't see, Lonnie. Where exactly in the omnibus are you suggesting that this potential extra passenger could have been situated?
I want to walk through it, though. It's fun.
Well, I mean, okay, if they're both sitting on the top and they're able to look through the skylight and see the people, the only seating position where they can look through the skylight and see anybody is that seat on the right-hand side. So clearly they're not going to be able to see, like, directly below them. It's like...
Both rows of seats on the roof face in the direction of travel. Whereas the seats in the enclosed cabin face each other, which means the visible part of the cabin which passengers on the roof deck can see through the skylight is as I've drawn here.
I scribbled all over the evidence.
Hell yeah!
Arr.
That's right, my lord. As you can see, the seat opposite to the one on the...
The seat opposite the one on the victim and his attacker where sitting is obscured from view.
Thank you.
In other words, if someone had been sitting on that seat... Ow. It's quite possible that these witnesses would have been completely unaware of it. Can we get Beppo a blanket? Jesus. Ow, there's still glass on here. It's quite possible some phantom was sitting there. You Nipponese have a forbidding habit of obscuring the truth with ambiguity.
Okay, thank you.
Racist. I concur with the prosecution's rejoinder. In a British court of law, evidence is paramount. I cannot entertain this conjecture, counsel. That is, unless you're able to put a name to this mysterious passenger to whom you allude.
Can you, Mr. Naruhodo? I honestly don't know. Who could it have been? Who could it have been?
Who could have been in the other seat, which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck?
I have no idea.
I'm fucking lost.
He was amazing. Nah. Hang on. What's the question?
Who could have been in the other seat, which was out of sight from the witnesses on the roof deck?
What if I say it was McGilded? That they didn't see McGilded sitting next to Mason. They saw the other person.
They saw the killer.
Because they never said they saw their face. And also, the person sitting on that side wasn't dressed like McGilded.
Yeah, Fairplay explicitly said that he knew it was McGilded because he was like a short man. And that's the only reason he knew it was McGilded.
I have an inkling.
I'll play spittoon later.
The defense would like to put forward a name.
I have another chalice.
I pulled out another glass. I'm gonna get so hammered after this trial.
You are a fool. That response was a desperate attempt by a man who has no notion of his own limitations. A toast to hard lessons not yet learned. Let us not delay, counsel. The defense is still to name the passenger in the other seat. Ow.
Owie. This could be it. This could be the chance I've been waiting for to turn the trial in my favor. I feel like the trial's already in your favor. On that night, the night of the murder, the person occupying the seat in the omnibus that was obscured from view... Take that! God, I hope I picked the right person.
The passenger in the enclosed cabin that the witnesses on the roof deck failed to see has to have been Mr. Magnus McGilded.
Mr. McGilded?
What are you talking about, counsel? That's the name of the defendant. Man, lady is just standing there with like just dead arms off to the side. Can you stop breaking shit in this law room, dude? Jesus Christ. You wonder why England keeps burning down.
Speaking of things that I was waiting for him to do, that wasn't it.
For the love of God, you wonder why London keeps catching fire and this fucker's just breaking glass and shit.
Throwing alcohol into fire.
What's gonna happen if somebody walks through here with no shoes on? What's gonna happen? God, you're so inconsiderate. If I desecrate this chamber by smashing my hollowed chalice, do forgive the courtesy.
Discourtesy.
Shut up. Lord Van Zeeks. The hell, man. People talk of those tiny island nations in the Far East as having a learning and culture of their own. But I see they use the terms ill-advisedly.
Do you need lodgings?
I'm glad I finally get to just be racist. That's my fucking character.
What are you trying to say?
Let me explain in terms that even a student of an artless backwater such as yourself might understand. Let me explain in simpler terms.
He just gets really immature.
That's you. That's what you sound like. Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
Matilda.
fucking look at it.
When the bloody scene unfolded, the victim and his assailant were sitting side by side. Multiple witnesses have attested to the fact. It's the very premise on which this case is built.
Yes, but did anyone see their face?
I'll show you Bill. And he takes off his shirt and he's like, not.
Ripped as hell.
I was
But
gonna say he's like completely average.
He's ripped in his country. That premise may be wrong.
What?
If the victim really was sitting beside Mr. McGilded, it creates an inconsistency that can't be
Reconciled.
reconciled in any way.
What inconsistency, counsel? Now I'm interested.
The defendant's gloves, my lord.
No. Don't use evidence. That's
Shut
not
up.
fair.
Shut up.
Both witnesses made the same testimony.
Thank you.
They claimed that there was blood on both hands of the person sitting next to the victim.
Ah, yes, something that can't really be fixed,
Yeah?
no matter where he was sitting.
Shut up, stop using evidence. Yet we know the truth to be otherwise. Only one glove bears the gory remains. Objection, correct.
The point is,
Even in the face of this irrefutable evidence, both witnesses have maintained their stance. Yes, their testimony remains unchanged.
exactly, they both adamantly swear
That they clearly remember seeing blood on both hands of the assailant. In short, their memory of events is correct, and their testimony reveals the truth. Wait, am I not the killer? It was
Sam got away with it.
It was somebody else sitting beside the victim that night. A third party we have yet to identify. And the victim's blood was on that passenger's hands. Both of them.
Objection.
And who was this third party?
I don't know. Obviously, the true culprit.
Extraordinary! Wait, is it me?
Was I there? I don't
Laura.
remember a lot of that night.
What exactly are you postulating?
Objection.
Shut up, Judge. The defense's postulation is just that. Nothing more than conjecture. The witnesses have clearly stated that they saw the accused. But when elaborating on his testimony, Mr. Fairplay said the two of them were wearing hats and I couldn't exactly make out their faces. Yes. The tops of their heads were obscured by the roof. I could see the rest of them, though.
Yes, that's right.
I'm also here.
Both gents were most certainly hatted. Hatters do tend to notice such things, sir.
I don't think you're a hatter. I don't think he's a hatter, Lonnie. And what particular styles of hat did the two gentlemen sport, Mr. First? I'm a really bad hatter.
I'm afraid I don't remember.
God, of all the shit you people claim to remember. And you
call
call
yours-
yourself a hatter? You're barely mad. You're just disgruntled. The style of hats makes no difference. There was no third passenger in that cabin.
That's what you want to believe.
How can you be sure? Because if there had been, the accused Mr. McGilded would undoubtedly have offered to dispose the fact.
Except he said he was sleeping.
Yeah. And when he woke up, he immediately rushed over to check on Mason. Unless, that is, you are proposing an even more preposterous explanation. That the accused failed even to notice the presence of the true culprit in the very cabin in which he traveled.
Ah.
That does make interesting.
He's right. If there was another person traveling in the enclosed cabin of the omnibus, it's inconceivable that Mr. McGilded would have been unaware of it.
Turns out one of his eyes is glass.
Actually, both eyes are glass. He's blind.
I can find on echolocation now. Clickety click and all that.
You just hear him tap dance out the room.
That's why we Irish invented the sport. That's right, it's a sport, not a dance. There's clearly a simple solution to this problem.
God, now I'm just imagining someone using tap dancing as echolocation.
Daredevil with his fucking batons just tap dancing. He's like, I know where you are. Bring the accused, Mr. McGilded, to the stand.
Oh, are you ready to speak for him now?
Oh, God. Well, what say you, counsel? The prosecution objects, my lord. On what grounds?
I don't like it.
As a suspect, he will have already made a full statement to the police.
Well, can he make a full statement to us?
Yeah.
But-
Can we do that?
What if there's some reason why he's unable to speak freely?
I don't care. Magnus McGilded is no uneducated ruffian.
What if he is?
If it indeed turns out that the man has been withholding information, you can be sure it will have been a most deliberate act. Counsel for the defense, what is your opinion?
I want him out here,
Yeah.
my lord.
While he's distracted with that, I can get a delicious bowl of his Lucky Charms.
I demand his testimony.
Yes, we need to hear what he has to say in order to find out the truth. The defense would like to call Mr. McGilded to the stand.
I'm tired. No, stop it.
In that case, I would like to hear the opinion of the jury. Is he the killer?
Who?
Juror number 1.
Do you want me to just answer yes or no?
No. Yes, I need a little time to consider this.
Why are you even asking if you don't want me to answer?
I'm just throwing out suggestions because I want to see your reaction. My head's so sweaty.
If you ask me, I think we should hear what Mr. McGilded has to say.
Get the man out here, I say. She accidentally slaps the guy next to her.
I mean, she might.
She gets both of them.
It would be utterly illogical not to hear his testimony.
I don't like you. So what's happening? I'm coming out of drunken stupor. Oh, I didn't get to read it.
No, I just wanted to keep the drunken stupor there. Hearing what a patron of my favorite little park has to say. Oh, yes, that would be lovely.
Clearly none of us are biased. Yes, the jury says the man must be heard. Very well. The court will hear the defendant's testimony. Bailiff, show the defendant to the stand at once. And bring me his Lucky Charms.
I don't want to eat them, I just want them.
I just don't want him to have them. I hear they're magically delicious.
Now, maybe what actually happened that night will finally become clear.
Alright, I hope you're ready for this voice again.
Tippity-tap.
Tippity-tap. Let the proceedings be resumed. Mr. McGilded, have you been listening to the discourse of the day?
No.
I'm afraid I was enamored with me Lucky Charms. To be sure I have, my lord. There are now 2 matters on which the court desires to hear from you. The first is whether or not there was a third party with you in the omnibus cabin, as proposed by the defense. The second, did you do it? Is that if such a person was indeed present, why did you conceal that fact from the police? Racism. Begad, no. 'Tis not my nature to hide anything at all. Well, okay, man. Just answer the questions, please.
I am.
The truth of the matter is, I've been desperate about this all along. Do I tell yous all, or keep my mouth shut?
Tell us what, Mr. McGilded.
The fine fella representing me is absolutely right. In a carriage on a night with myself and the other man, there was another passenger. That's true? Aye, and 'twas me who helped the little urchin get away after it all happened.
You... What?
You didn't think that pertinent to mention at any point in time, or...
He's such a weirdly shaped man.
He's shaped like a whole ass villain. No, Magnus McGilded. That convenient excuse can't save you now. I'm truly sorry, so I am, Lord Van Zeeks. I'm sure you'll be wanting to know why I said nothing when I was taken in by the police. I do be having a very good reason, I assure you. Which was? Well, the little child was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and not in any way involved, you see. What? If the police had known the wee one was there, they'd have assumed she'd done it. They'd have hauled her to... They'd have hauled her there...
You can do it.
They'd have hauled her into this here courtroom, just like myself. I was only trying to spare her that. Young hearts and young minds are easily damaged, my lord. And who is this young child of whom you speak?
I don't know.
That, I don't know. You don't know? Aye, well, the wee thing just happened to be in the carriage that night. I never saw her before or since.
Objection!
You're lying. We have absolutely no reason to believe this man. The prosecution calls for the witness's statement to be disregarded by the court.
I don't think you can do that.
Dude, fucking prosecutors apparently carry more power than the judge. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. If the urchin isn't here in this courtroom as we speak, listening to the proceedings.
What?
Oh shit.
Smoke! Ah, fire! There's a fire!
Jesus, one can only wonder
Stop trying to
why.
get away. It's no use. I can't see anything through the smoke. What's going on? Be careful, Miss Naruto. Cover your face.
Bailiff, don't let the accused escape. Secure the omnibus. Why the omnibus? I hereby call an emergency recess. Bailiff, ensure the defendant is in custody and clear the courtroom.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So he was the bad guy.
We were hurriedly removed from the smoke-filled courtroom by the bailiff. Amid the scene of chaos as people scrambled over one another in their desperation to flee the chambers. We had no idea what was happening. All we knew was, for the time being at least, the trial was suspended.
Okay, cool. So the leprechaun was the bad guy.
What?
Yeah?
Why are you saying that?
Because that was way too well timed to get him out of this shit.
You save. We have like 10 more minutes.
Do you want to keep going or do you want to like call it early?
Let's keep going.
Okay. Because I was going to say this is like a perfect time to stop. But
Nah. Let's keep going.
18th February,
Okay, so it's
12:52. So it's only been 3 hours.
almost 3 hours.
Jesus.
Once it becomes 1 o'clock, then it will be 3 hours.
Oh, don't you fucking do that, Lonnie.
What?
Making it like 8 minutes is that big of a difference. It's 3 hours. God damn
What
you.
on earth happened in there?
Kick you in the head.
It's Naruto. I've managed to find out what happened.
Mr. Sato.
I was told it was an advanced form of smoke grenade, a type of exploding device that releases smoke.
Smoke grenade? It sounds like the sort of thing ninjas use.
They're just making sure everything is safe now. I think the trial will start again before long. I can't read for some reason.
But who would have done something like that?
The police managed to catch someone who was trying to flee the courtroom, apparently.
Flee the courtroom? Why?
Well, it's a young girl of around 15, I hear.
A young girl? Then could it be the other passenger that Mr. McGilded was just talking about?
My thoughts exactly.
So he wasn't lying. No, what's become of Mr. McGilded, actually?
He died from the shock.
The smoke was toxic, but only to Irish. There are so many things I need to ask him about, but he's not here.
I think he was summoned to the prosecutor's
Antechamber.
antechamber to answer questions, along with the young girl.
Who is she, I wonder? Yeah, clearly the defense doesn't need to know any of this shit, right? The defense can just learn this shit while it... Sorry. What was she even doing here at the trial?
We put you on the couch and then continue talking.
Man, that welled up out of nowhere. I'm sorry. That just irritates the piss out of me that, like, they're jumping through so many hoops to make sure we know as little as fucking possible. She was taking a huge risk. And for what possible benefit to herself?
There's another matter that's troubling me.
What's that?
The 20 pence.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
According to the coachman, Mr. Beppo,
Ah, fuck, numbers.
he took 4 passengers that night at a fare of 5 pence each. That comes to a total of 20 pence exactly.
But now it seems that there were 5 passengers.
Dude, you
Sorry.
seem so defeated. Are you okay?
No, I just zoned out for a second. I got really angry, and that took it out of me.
Which means the figures don't add up again.
She's right. That is strange.
Counsel for the defense, kindly proceed to the courtroom. The trial will recommence in 5 minutes.
No, thank you, officer. We'll go in straight away.
I don't need thanks from a filthy islander.
Well, well,
Okay, then.
whoever she is, I imagine this young girl will be asked to take the stand and testify now.
Giselle Brett, but she's on her knees.
Giselle Brett, but we can see her eyes.
Oh, my God.
I really can't imagine what she's going to say, but it could alter the whole direction of the trial.
We'll know soon enough, Miss Sasato.
Yes. Yee. Oh. She vibrates into the courtroom.
There, 1 a.m. line. It's
Yes.
3 hours. Are you happy?
Yes, I am happy now.
Jesus. Ah, fuck me.
What?
Not than just this fucking character. Giselle Brett?
No. There's the young girl next to Mr. McGilded. Look.
Look at her!
Look at her!
She's not... Well, she's kind of dressed the same.
She must have been the one who caused the
must...
disturbance.
It's Ryunosuke.
I know.
She must have been the one who caused the disturbance before.
I'm reading because you weren't reading it.
I'm angry right now.
Well, after that rather eventful recess, the court will now resume the trial of Mr. Magnus McGilded. Now then, Lord Van Zeeks,
What?
Since you were allowed to ask them questions, but the defense wasn't, then fucking who even cares about anything, am I right? My lord. That pisses me off so much.
It's okay.
I believe you have established the cause of the smoke which veiled proceedings earlier.
It seems to have been an advanced form of smoke grenade, of the sort typically employed by the army.
Good gracious! The army? What in the devil's name?
It was an elaborate attempt by the young girl to cloak her escape from the public gallery.
The public gallery.
But she was caught. And now occupies the stand.
Your name, girl?
How about you go fuck yourself, Judge? How about you go fuck yourself?
Just wait till I tell Dawn Atticus.
Are you responsible for the smoke grenade which induced the pandemonium here in my courtroom? What is the meaning of this deplorable behavior?
If I may, my lord.
Yes, Mr.
why it is that the wee lass here in the first place, and why she tried a boat like that. 'Tis all tied up with the events of that night, so it is.
Very well, Mr. McGilded. Give your testimony. You will explain to the court exactly how this young woman is involved in the case.
Just what did happen that night. It's not like a defense lawyer needs that information or anything.
Yeah, fuck! Okay, you know, who cares, right? This is the most rigged fucking universe ever.
The young girl.
On the night in question, I took the back seat in the omnibus and promptly nodded off. Then, begorra, a loud thud and a waste scream woke me up with a fair start. There was a fellow collapsed on the floor at my feet, so I set him up in the seat across from me. Then I turned to find out where that scream had come from, and bless my soul, what did I find? There was a child in there, all curled up in a ball, hiding her wee self away. Alright, cool. That was it?
Yeah. Are you good?
No.
I remain somewhat baffled, I confess, but from what I gather on the night in question, this young girl was indeed riding in the omnibus. Is that correct?
'Tis exactly as the defense counsel said.
I'm so glad that
Sorry, I'm fucking...
you're not okay. I can see it in your face.
this game really frustrates the hell out of me.
This lass was the 5th passenger, me lord.
Cool. She's middle-aged. Very well. The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Are you ready, counsel?
Yes, my lord.
I mean, I don't have an option.
Or rather, no. I have no idea where to start.
God, that face is ridiculous.
Huh?
Thinking about that vampire. I mean, werewolf. I'm gonna bang later.
Okay, should we call it here?
Yeah, sure. We'll call it here. We'll go over McGilded's testimony next episode. So make sure to join us then, ladies and gentlemen, to figure out why this young girl is on the bus, who's lying, and why this bullshit just keeps happening.
We also don't know her name yet.
No, we don't, Lonnie. God forbid that we know anything without having to pull teeth to figure it out. But join us next time for the teeth pulling, ladies and gents. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.